fake ass campaign promises and kiss babies and hug women and do all kinds of fake ass shit just to appear compliant so they can get the fucking vote. That's politics 101.
Okay, can y'all hear me now?
Yes, Doctor.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, great.
Hi, Dr. AJ.
Yeah, I was trying to passport. I just want to know, like, what is going on? Y'all back on this, like, Democrat bashing or whatever? What the fuck? What's happening?
No, we're not Democrat bashing at all.
The thing is, I want to know, why is it that black men are so invested in regulating these women? The same men who will go to the streets with somebody twerking, will admire somebody twerking in a booty short or whatever, and now make the stallion as a problem. Like, what is going on? I don't understand. What is up with this title up here? What's happening?
That title funny as hell.
It's not, though.
I didn't make the title. I didn't make it.
I didn't interrupt anybody talking. We about to have this man up here, the ambassador, who leaking all kind of secrets everywhere, right? People trying to rally to get that other motherfucker like out the office because he's spreading our secrets everywhere. And y'all on here talking about Kamala and Khaled's in the bathtub, and I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't understand what's happening. I don't understand what this is about. I don't understand what your objective is. I just don't get it. I don't know what's going on.
As soon as you said in the task, she changed the title. It was a clickbait title. It was not the topic of discussion. The room was not about that.
But I heard it.
It's Mel's fault. It's Mel's fault. It's all her fault. She's the one that did it. She pushed it.
You're such a liar.
We didn't have a say. Y'all gonna talk about this.
What we discussed, so Doc can get it. What we were discussing Diddy. We started discussing. It started off with a Diddy discussion in regards to the video that we watched last night about the sex worker, and then we started talking about Cassie's involvement, and then we started talking about somehow the Camelot.
But I was here. I was on my birthday.
Okay, I was about to say, I remember the exact transition. Then we
Yeah,
Camelot.
I heard it. I was here. I was on my birthday. That's what I'm saying.
I'm glad you was on your burner.
I know what the conversation was, and I just want to say, like, I find it very, I don't know, I find it very disturbing, and I find it very uncomfortable, because the party line is that we're all in this together. Everybody will support Kamala. We want the Dems to be better. We want them to win, right? That's the party line. But that's not how people showing up. And I'm looking at everybody sideways. I'm just saying. And I'm a person on the app, right? I'm an avatar on the internet. If I saw half of y'all on the street, y'all probably wouldn't know who I was. I might not know who you are, right? But we come to these rooms and we talk and we sort of try to create like some sort of semblance of kinship. I don't know. Something ain't right, as the old song go. I don't know what's going on.
I always considered this to be like, a bunch of people at the bottom of the stoop just talking about life and everything that comes in between, and because it's a hot topic of the day, we will discuss it in all forms: intellectual, non-intellectual, belligerent, brutal honesty, and of course, candid. But I still think that this is definitely appreciated, because this is more focused than most Clubhouse, groups I've seen, and I definitely appreciate it.
So what's the hot topic? I'm sorry, Dan. What's the hot topic of today that's being discussed?
Well, like you said, we had just got off the topic of Kamala and some.
Yeah, that's a hot topic for today. We ain't seen
for the
Kamala.
moment.
I don't know how long.
For the moment, okay, and I was saying that in general.
What is the hot topic?
I was
What's
saying
going on
it
today?
in
What did the
general.
Supreme Court just rule on?
Hi, everybody.
Oh, you asked me what the hot topic is. That one of them, the House Republicans.
No, but that's my point though. You in here talking about Diddy, talking about the sex worker.
Right, we just watched that last night, so we were rehashing something we just watched last night. We just heard
I
from the
understand that.
sex workers.
I
Yeah. So that's
understand.
why that was, yeah.
I understand that, and all of that is my point. So that. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Right. This is what I'm about to say. Right. If there's a small room, right, which it was, and we're trying to keep the room going, we're gonna discuss a whole bunch of shit. So the fuck what? Like, we're gonna discuss all kinds of shit. We're not them bashing. What we were doing was saying we wanted her to win, and we were looking at different things that happened during the process. We did not say this is why she lost. Nobody bashed her. Matter of fact, I think most of the people speaking
Can I answer
were
that,
Dems
Tom?
or pro-Dems.
Okay,
And we also, hold on, let me land real quick.
I just
And we
wanna
also
talk-
discussed, one second real quick, I'm gonna land right now.
Discussing is we.
We also brought up, and what people start to respond to is what they respond to. I also brought up that the House Republicans denied an amendment that would have made the DOJ release the Epstein files in the next 30 days. Nobody wanted to talk about that shit. So they went right back to what people wanted to talk about.
Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about. Y'all don't want to talk about that?
I brought that up already. I tabled that.
Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back right now.
Hello. Thank you. I'm on my lunch break. I just wanted to see if you guys heard about it because me and Sin were trying to look it up, and it was funny that it was buried. I spent my 15-minute lunch break with Sin trying to find this article. So that's not of interest to anybody? Okay.
I brought it up. I had an article from CNN, yeah.
Oh, okay, you found it on CNN? Dr. AG, what are you asking?
Okay. Oh, nothing.
No, I'm asking, what are you asking? No, what are you asking? You said, what's going on? What do you mean? You don't want to talk about that?
We're going to look back, like, the only reason our room's called Politically Correct. So a lot of times we try to talk about what's going on in the news. Like, I've been in and out, and a little bit that I did come back into, I did feel like y'all was bashing Kamala. And then I do have a problem with, and I always tell y'all this, I really don't like it when we like beat up the people. I'm not into bashing the Democratic Party at all.
To be clear, because when you come in and out, you're not going to get full context. Nobody was bashing Kamala.
I got it.
Yeah, if the replays were on, I wish it was. You would hear us.
That bird had a lot to say. And I told him to give me one example since he wanted to talk all that shit. And he couldn't. I don't got time for this shit. Like, honestly, that's why I was like, I'm not playing with him today. And maybe me coming in and out, it sounded like y'all was, that's why I said it sounded like y'all bashing black women.
No.
Can I just want to say something, and I hope it doesn't get taken wrong. Dr. AT, I was feeling what you were feeling, but I felt it because of the title that the room put up, Collard Greens in the White House. That's what did it for me, because I know that's not this room. But it was a catchy line that probably brought people in. So that was what I was feeling. That's all I want to say.
Okay, so now that we're here,
I didn't know that title was up there.
Damn. I only got 30 minutes, please. Let me just say, can y'all actually hear me? Because I'm hiding in my car.
We can hear you.
In the
We
garage.
can hear you. You sound like you're hiding in your car, but we can hear you.
I am, definitely. So, I don't want to talk about all the title and whatever. Patty, can we find a topic like in the news? Or are you guys going to keep
Do
talking
the
about?
Epstein thing you want to talk about?
The
Do that?
Supreme Court, y'all check this out. Department of Education is falling apart, right? Y'all know what the Supreme Court decision was. And what does that look like? So like, right now I don't have the time to go through the articles because I got to go to a meeting in the next 20 minutes. But maybe that's something, I don't know. If y'all not interested in that, then you guys can talk about Epstein.
I wanted to say this real quick, if y'all don't mind. Like, I'm not going to make it a crypto or a stock room, but this does have to do with Trump, where he met with China and reversed some of the policies that allowed us to sell the chips that power their AI. And NVIDIA and AMD both said they're going to reinitiate those sales to China, and their stocks are fucking jumping through the motherfucking roof, which I love it because I got both of them. So yeah, that's a topic. That's another Paco situation too, by the way.
they're what? They're to China? They're
They're reselling. They're restarting their sales of chips to power China's AI, both NVIDIA and AMD.
AMD, that's a big issue. Like, but AMD is Taiwan though, right?
No, they're both American based.
Isn't AMD Taiwan?
Nvidia and AMD are both U.S. based companies.
I know Nvidia is, and I know.
While they were under our supervision, they couldn't do it before this. They were stifled, and now they're able to reignite their sales to China, which made their stocks jump because they're about to really go up as far as sales go. That was a huge export for them.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
Damn right. We can pivot from now. I just want to put that on the table so if anybody is into stock or into chips or following technology and AI, they can be aware of that.
Okay, so the Medicaid work requirements, you guys know, are going to start in 2027. It's just been told today. There's another situation. Hold on. God, there's another situation of immigration. Do you guys want to stick to just that part? Because there's a lot of things in the news I'm looking at going over my head.
Talk about anything going on in the news. Like, what? I don't know.
Okay. Okay, so I can tell you guys that we're getting ready to, yesterday, in reference to my topic that I just brought up, yesterday they laid off, I put it in Telegram, they fired. This particular center I was at had 25 people. I showed you what was going on a day where they thought we were going to have 35 patients. They fired, out of the 37 people, they fired 19 to start off with yesterday in this surgery center that has 37 people. And the reason as to why, they do cataracts here, and a lot of these patients are Medicare, Medicaid, Medi. And they see their money is going out the window, so they preemptively fired all these people. And I wasn't kidding when I said they were all black, because they were all black. So that's my contribution to, and it's starting on 2027, 2 years from now.
Is that based on the ruling that just gave Trump clearance to fire as many as he liked?
No, it has nothing to do with federal. This hospital is, not hospital, this surgery center is owned by 3 physicians. I'm just saying that they already see the writing on the wall, and they're starting to cut. They're starting to cut everything they can down to the skeleton crew. So good luck if you live in rural areas, poor areas, any facility that is taking Medicaid, and probably their number one clientele for that community is Medicaid. They better be ready, because we are preparing to shut shit down and stop offering certain services and a whole bunch of things. But anyway, you guys, go ahead, go on.
I can add to what you just said, Lisa. Here in LA, it happened yesterday, or today, this morning, to a friend of mine who actually is just retired yesterday because of this, from the nursing industry, because her patient was told that they need to provide proof of immigration from 1995 in order to continue receiving benefits. But this is a patient that cannot move and is behind a bed and has no access to anything, and is being given 30 days to stay in their facility and produce the documentation, or they need to get out. So it is happening, whether those laws have already gone into effect or not.
95. How do you bring that information? So we just need some documentation that says you started.
I think the answer
Immigration
is
process dated as of January
just
1st, 1995. Is that what needs to be done? Because that's over 10. How many years is that? That's like 20.
When the person
20,
came
30?
in? Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
So is it reasonable to expect, like your friend had stated, and you know how she was communicating to you, that you're going to get a lot of early retirements of people that can still kind of do so? So not only are you looking at firing people, you're going to look at a bunch of like retirements, and for those people that are going to be laid off, that industry is now being shuttered. Where are they going to be reabsorbed? Like how does that happen? The Department of Education is being shut down too. So where are they going to be reabsorbed? Where are any of these people going to be reabsorbed?
I have no idea where they're going to be reabsorbed. It's just, and maybe they won't. Maybe they will not. So that I don't think anyone's worried about that. You know, we have professional people being laid off, but they laid off 1,000 something, 500 yesterday from the federal government. Where are these people? Plus the other layoffs. Where are these people? And then they can't get Medicaid or SNAP. Usually, you know, I've never been on SNAP or Medicaid, and I've never actually been on unemployment. So I don't know how. I know those all three should be going hand in hand or whatever, because your insurance is not going to remain in place. We don't know that unless you guys got that, I forgot what it's called, COBRA, after you're fired. So you can't eat, you can't work, you can't go to the doctor. What next?
And like, what about all these mortgages that these people are, you know, paying up? Are we gonna have like I don't say housing crisis, but I don't know. This is a domino effect that's gonna be disastrous. I don't see the end of it at all.
Yeah, I think the domino effect is. What is that? Stop.
Oh, that's me.
But I think I believe it'll be similar in some ways to what happened during the Clinton administration, like 30 years ago, when Clinton and Gore, like, they shrunk the government, right? Their process was a lot more structured, and they created companion systems to accommodate people. So, like with the whole kind of welfare to work, we saw the emergence of these, what do they call them? Not trade, I guess you would call them like little trade schools within community colleges to help people gain skills and gain training so they could make the transition into these different phases of the workforce. We don't have that. And in some ways, then Clinton and Gore expanded other aspects of the social safety net so that people would have time to transition, say, off of it was called welfare then, off of welfare to work, right? So I do think, I do believe it is going to be catastrophic, and this is a time for people to reestablish community institutions and networks, because this is really going to require that we sustain each other through this. I think while it may not be depressive or a depression level situation for the nation, I think for certain communities, like, you know, Black people, it's gonna have depression era. It's gonna have a depression era feeling to it. So we're gonna need to strategize and organize and revamp our institutions to support our people and sustain our people.
Yeah, that's going to be a hard transition because, you know, at least in the Clinton, like you're saying, they had all these trade schools, and you said like that they're pulling funding from that too. Like they're not going to fund like was that like work like money from Job Corps, right? Yeah, money from Job Corps. And they're pulling money from like trade schools, and so the responsibility would fall on the state, right? Is that what that is?
Correct.
So okay, so that's gonna fall on the state. The school education is gonna completely fall on the state. So that's a double kind of like dip in whatever budget that people are able to develop. So that means poor states are gonna be probably, I could see a mass exodus of even more poorer states, right? Because you would have to go to a red state like California, Florida, or Texas.
Okay.
But then they're gonna like not be able to be sustained because they've got a lot to maintain too, and they require a lot. So mass exodus of people leaving states, and I don't know, man. It doesn't look.
And just with these Board of Education cuts, just with that, right, and with the Supreme Court ruling yesterday, the irony of that, it's interesting they did it on the shadow docket, but there's still cases in 22 states against the federal government around this destabilizing and defunding, basically, of the Department of Ed, and the states are basically saying they cannot sustain that cut. It's gonna require a cut in school programs, and it includes Head Start, like free lunch, the after school programs. In some states it's going to include the ESL programs, right? But not just those programs, but some fundamental things that the schools provide, and that the states are saying they cannot make up that shortfall. So for people who think like, well, I'm secure, I can weather this. The trickle down is it's about to be crazy.
Oh, I can see how much is going to go.
Hold on. The first time these people cannot be absorbed, they'll care. So if your local community hospital is in trade schools, they already are certified licenses. We have our licenses, and whoever else below me are certified or whatever they have. There's no reason for us to be going to trade school. So what we're gonna do is, like you said, Dan, we're gonna leave. Well, I don't live in that environment, but they're gonna have to go. And where they're going, I don't know, because absorbing all these forecast places that they think are going to close. A hospital has hundreds and hundreds of people work in a hospital, and I'm just really I don't know my mind is like, I don't know. I just can't even imagine what's getting ready to happen here. But don't trade school. They're not going there.
But Lisa, my trade school comment was in specific.
No. It had nothing. No. It wasn't to counter what you said. I was just trying to think it out in my head.
So I just want to make clear that was for the people who are going to lose their SNAP benefits. That is for the people who are going to lose their Medicare and had the additional, or the so-called additional work requirement, right? In the past, when similar cuts, not to this degree, but for that time, large cut was made, there were institutions, like there was a plan in place to transition those people, and we don't have those people. We don't have those systems anymore. So it's the poor, right, or the dependent, right, because that's women, infants, and children included, right, and the disabled. So it's those people and the professional people that are being removed from their jobs, all the government workers that are losing their jobs on top of that. So we're going to see brain drain. That's going to be a thing. And now what's also happening outside in the world, and this is the last thing I'll say, what's also happening outside in the world is that countries are stricter visa and resident requirements for Americans, because they're seeing this influx of Americans to these other countries, and they're like, no, we gotta make this harder. So the people who can will flee, but that flight won't be as easy as it has been in the past, because these countries are making it harder. They're putting restrictions and limits on the Americans who can immigrate to the countries. So it's going to be difficult, because even those of us in like high earning professions, like we're going to feel it too, because the support that the state has to provide. It's going to come from somewhere. It's going to come from a cut in some service I depend on. It's going to come in a higher cost for some service I depend on. It's going to come in lower standards and conditions for me, like roads, like utilities. I think the trickle down for this is going to be major across economic sectors.
So yeah, I heard something about Mexico City. I don't know if this is kind of related, but my gut kind of tells me that, like, it's connected to what you just said. Is if people want to kind of leave and go somewhere, like let's say they're going to either go to Canada or they're going to go to Mexico, right? There's already been an influx of these people that are in these cities, and for example, Mexico City, they are rioting right now because. Or let me say that there has been some major protests, right, against the foreign people that are coming in here that are working from home, and they're jacking up their prices, and the local people are being forced out of their homes. But the people in Mexico, for example, they are like going in the streets and destroying stuff, protesting. Have you heard of that?
In Portugal, they have it too. In Spain,
Yep.
and it's Spain, Portugal, and it's starting in the UK. France, Italy, well, Canada has already made it hard for Americans since the first Trump administration. They basically were like, okay, we don't want all y'all moving over here. Canada's already done it. But in the French, the Italians, Germany, and it's one other of the popular countries, they're already upping their restrictions. New Zealand and Australia, they got rid of their golden visa. They're getting rid of the golden visa because they say the people are abusing, the Americans are abusing the golden visa. So so basically we're going to become an island. That's basically what's going to happen.
That's dangerous.
Oh, wait a minute. Crystal came up and I brought another lady up. Oh, where'd she go? Oh, okay. I think she left. Do you want to jump in, Crystal?
Yeah, I wanted to jump in. One, it was the points that Dr. A.T. made. It's so true, and just a direct cause of this is because of, I do security and cybersecurity, and I volunteer with elderly folks on a side scale to help them with their technology. And
I do with the old people in technology. Go ahead.
Oh, that's awesome. So I'm actually coming out with products and we should help them.
Put me in the guys here.
For sure. One of the things that is a direct result before, none of these things have been started to shift fear that they put in the apathy. People don't even want to deal with what they think is coming. People, we don't have the infrastructure or the things to do any of this. We're a lot of people are still on Windows 97. It's not a good structure, stress the structure that's already on, but of course that's all by design. And people want to flee and leave. A lot of people can't. A lot of people that think that I know a lot of people already have gone to New York City. That's just the city alone.
I'm sorry, Crystal, can you fix your microphone? You sound a little gargled in the background. Can you adjust that a bit?
Is that better?
Way better.
I can hear you just fine.
Perfect.
And I think like a lot of people are fleeing. They're starting to flee from the cities. I live in Brooklyn, New York. And the part of Brooklyn I live, a lot of people have second houses, and they have been renting out their houses and have been testing out not being here for the last year. So I know that that's one of the problems, the apathy, and just the direct problem of people just are frightened of what is going to happen and already self-deleting themselves out of a lot of things.
Yeah, and the flight from the cities, and like with the thing that I was talking about before, like the brain drain. What I didn't add to my thing about the visas is those several of those countries are upping the number of professionals they will allow, particularly people in the sciences. So while they're upping it for teachers, scientists, and that includes they're including in that the range of scientists, biologists, engineer, like the range of the sciences, and that we're gonna see that brain drain, and for the people who cannot go, who cannot leave, right? Because this is like the evacuation for a natural disaster. Not everybody can evacuate. People can't afford it. People, you know, then those people will suffer more because the people who are leaving are also taking the money with them. They're taking their tax base. Yes, you do have to pay a little bit of taxes when you emigrate, but it's significantly less than you pay when you're living here. You're not paying city and local taxes mainly. So, yeah, yeah. And you're right. And that's the apathy is the thing that I'm most concerned about. The apathy is a real problem.
Along with the brain drain, we do have brain drain coming because I'm originally Canadian. A lot of people are just opting to go to Canada because they don't know what the visa system looks like and they don't want to have an issue. A lot of countries like Nigeria. I know a brilliant girl who's an attorney and has a master's in engineering, and it's like, I'm just gonna go back home maybe and do a startup because I don't want to have to deal with anything when my visa expires. There's another funny thing to say. I don't remember. But yeah, the brain drain is a real thing. Oh, and tourism. We're getting hit so hard with tourism. I work for a tourist company, a travel company. People who require visas to come, just like anecdotally, they cost $450 to apply for a visa in Barbados. That visa is then not even guaranteed to get there. People think, oh, little island. These are people with money. They're just opting to go to England because they don't require a visa, and there won't be anything sketchy going on.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and the UK is looking to tighten up their stuff too. So yeah, it's gonna be Cascadia for sure.
So, y'all getting ready for 2026? Is that what it is? 2026?
Yep, I'm getting ready. I'm already ready.
What does that even mean?
I already started supporting the guy who's challenging Susan Collins' name, Jordan Wood. He's challenging her for her seat. We gotta support him, young guy. He's got some very forward-thinking ideas. I gave him a little bit of change. He's starting early because they already trying to dissuade him from running. I got my eye on this woman who's running from Arizona. I don't know how I feel about her yet. She's challenging for the House seat in Arizona. She's young, 25. Oh God, what is her name? Her name has escaped me. So yeah, I'm already scanning to see who's preparing their run. So yeah, get out here, do what I can. Home bank, make donations, whatever. Yeah, we gotta hit it. Because undoing this stuff is at least a decade project. At least a decade. This is not going to be a quick fix. And we got to get on it immediately.
This Israeli government has killed more children, more journalists, aid workers, and more medical personnel.
Look, and we still got the Olympics coming. Gemini, look, the Olympics is coming to LA.
I can't wait.
What are we going to look like when that happens?
A smart city.
What are we going to look like?
We're supposed to look like a smart city. They're already starting to do some implementation like they have over there by UCLA. I forget which stretch of put the link in the chat. I got it as a flyer proposed by UCLA and the whole flyer about that stuff.
Because there's a ton of that construction going on the west side over by the flats. They're digging up the ground there. I wonder if that's where it is.
I got that flyer like about a month or two ago. This is not. This is happening.
That's very interesting. Can I ask you a question, you guys? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I just want to know. It's very interesting. Where are they going to put? I'm going back into work. My 30 minutes is over. But where are they going to put Sue and Gemini? Those people living on Skid Row.
They're supposed to be building communities. They're supposed to be building all these housing things, but they're saying they're having a hard time with both workers and locations. But they're supposed to be building a couple of communities, allegedly, but they always have an excuse as to why. Remember, they misplaced something like 50 million or something like that. Like, they've got a lot of...
Exactly. Well,
there's a lot of people right in the smack dab of where y'all is holding the Olympics.
Well, so
right smack dab.
Yeah, we go back to '84 and what Peter Uberoff did, and how he got rid of all these people. He paid them to leave LA. See, that's how they all got out of here.
Did they go to San Francisco?
When you say pay, what they did was they gave them housing vouchers and shit like that, and then a train ticket.
So,
housing vouchers and
it was not a big, yeah. So there's only two ways in which to toss this coin. There's only so many ways you can move a body. The fact is that we can build all the housing we want. We've been doing that for the last 10 years here. Whether it be in existing buildings, new housing, it doesn't matter what you build. These people won't go in them. So you're right. We're going to have a huge problem.
But the immigration issue is going to affect all of this as well, because the Olympics is always the Olympics makes money, but it's always a deficit for the country that hosts it, right? It's always more money going out than coming in.
Except for America.
Except
for America.
Which one?
84, they made money.
Yeah.
84, yeah. So let me back up. In the last 20 years, I'll say that, as the Olympics has gotten bigger and bigger, and it has cost more and more, it's generally a loss for the nation that hosts it. And the bigger the nation, the bigger the loss. Even the Chinese lost money on it. But I don't know on that. What I wanted to say is the immigration thing is going to impact this, because the Olympics requires, they have all of these really strict requirements for their athlete residences. So they're going to have to build those. They're going to have to build those facilities, right?
James was missing the Jordan.
Who's going to do that work? They're going to have to import labor to do that work, because they're exporting the already existing labor.
They don't necessarily have to import. They have people here that can do it. The problem is this: the rates are going to go up. The expense of the project is going to go up. But there's a lot of professional companies that are going to bid for that contract, right? They're definitely here and capable of doing it. But the price point is going to be fucking ridiculous.
I think that's why they import labor to build, because of the cost.
True.
That's why I think what the import of labor will be is they will hire companies, grant them contracts. It will probably be just like how they did in New York State when it was COVID and they needed hand sanitizer. They figured that out real quick. They will probably have people that are companies that have allowances for visas. That are not construction companies. A lot of cruise companies who are allowed to have people on deck on California. Pull up that boat, there's some place to sleep, and now we're a construction company.
So, did y'all, I'm sorry, I'm just coming back. Did y'all hear that Trump said that the Epstein files are made up?
They fired me because I told a customer.
Did y'all hear that?
$200 receiver at Family Dollar. I was hoping.
apparently that's
All of a sudden they don't exist now.
I can download half of the files right now. I can download half of these made-up files right now.
And the Democrats just forced a vote on the floor to release the files, and the Republicans voted.
They overrode it. Yeah, the House Republicans overrode it, and that would it made them release the files within the next 30 days. That's what they were.
I would bring it. Can you bring it up again? I would bring it up.
That's what the Democrats are saying. They said they're gonna repropose it again. Like they're just gonna circle back. It seems like the Dems want to see these files way more than the Republicans do. Right? We're still pushing it. They tried to attach it to a crypto bill that was being passed. They tried to like sneak it in there as an amendment, and it got caught and then vetoed via the vote.
It's not going to do anything. He's the president, right? I thought the Supreme Court gave him the ability to just shut anything down if he feels.
You can't. It's the reputation damage, damn. You can't get that back. You can't recant that. You know what I mean? Once it's out, yeah, like legally, I don't think it's going to have the implications that we would want. But as far as him being able to be the MAGA man of virtue, you know, that good Christian leader, that's just out the window.
And the Supreme Court didn't say. The Supreme Court didn't say.
All he has to do.
The Supreme Court didn't say he can smash down anything he wants. Like that's like exaggeration. And if it turns out that he is involved in this in some criminal way, depending on when it was, I don't know what the federal statute. I don't know what that is for sex trafficking. But if it turns out that he's involved in this in some way, his immunity does not protect him from this. Because his immunity is limited to things that he does in furtherance of his position as president. So his immunity does not protect him from this.
It has to be in his capacity as president,
he cannot
right?
be charged. I thought that he cannot be charged or go through any court case as a sitting president.
Well,
no, he can afterwards, though. Afterwards, he could, if the statute is afterwards. As a sitting president, he does have immunity for things he does as the sitting president, and he can't be charged for anything outside of that until after he's completed his term.
right. So, and it would depend because there's no law that says he can't be charged. That has just always been like the what do they call it? They call it a letter of, I can't remember what it's called, but there's like a DOJ, a Department of Justice like letter that says this is what we agree to, but it's not a firm law. It's not a congressional law. Like it's not a law. It's just a sort of agreement. It's not. Yeah, it's not in the Constitution. It's just a DOJ. Okay, go ahead.
MOA is like with memorandum of understanding.
It's like a DOJ directive or something, and but that doesn't preclude an attorney general in a state from filing against him. That doesn't preclude that. It just depends on what the statute of limitations is. But the whole thing about, I mean, I get it. The whole thing about the Epstein files. I just hope that the Democrats keep it on the political leverage of it. Right? A promise broken. That's it. Just sort of keep it on that and don't go down the whole conspiratorial bullshit because that's a distraction. And to amplify that, Donald Trump just said he's going to put these sanctions on Russia. We don't really have any trade with Russia, so these are going to probably be secondary sanctions, which is then going to fire up the Chinese. I mean, this is, yeah, the Epstein thing, I kind of get it, but it's sensational. People are really into it, but I just hope they keep it on a level with the political leverage and don't hyperbolize it too much, because it's a lot of other shit that
Well, the thing
people
too
need to
is
be
like, look,
focused on.
if he does found to be guilty or whatever, what's going to happen is this, or implicated. What's going to happen is this: Republicans are going to say, "This is horrible. I am sick to my stomach. I can't believe he's done it." And then Trump's going to be like, "Okay, I have this bill for you guys to pass," and they're going to be like, "Okay," and then they're going to pass it. So that's what we're doing. We're on like a repeat cycle. He's done things over and over, and the Republicans, I'm pissed off. This is horrible. This is disgusting. I don't know why. Here's this bill. Are you gonna vote for it? Yes. So we're chasing something.
I don't know.
Exist.
I don't know, because in the past with those other situations, we have not seen his people revolting in quotation marks against him. Now you have people who have been advocating for him, pushing his agenda, very public people who are speaking out strongly against him on this whole Epstein thing. So if it were to be discovered that he's in there, I don't know that that would be the course that the base would take, right? Like his base supporters would take. And it depends on them what these other people do. Because if he can't leverage those people against the politicians, then he has nothing, right? So I don't know. I don't know.
I'm still nervous about this because
I don't give a lot of brain space to it, but that's my.
I mean, the big beautiful bill devastated all these red states that were supporting him, and a lot of the people in these red states were like, "Don't do this." And you know what the Republicans did? They did it.
Yeah.
So, yes, I understand his base is going to be angry, but the people that are in the political positions to forward his agenda, they are turning their backs on the base too and just following him like a sycophant or whatever.
Right, but with the big beautiful bill, you also had his people advocating for it. So you had, like, you didn't hear Laura Loomer saying this is horrible. You didn't hear Megyn Kelly saying this is horrible. You didn't hear Steve Bannon pushing back on it and saying, what are you doing with this bill? That's what I'm talking about. Those are the people who catalyze the little people, right? So Alex Jones wasn't out leveraging his media against this whole thing. Now you got the guy who is the FBI, the joke of a FBI director. He's saying he's gonna quit. That Bongino guy. He has a huge platform. He has a huge conspiratory following. He engineered a lot of this discourse around the Epstein thing, right? So that's the people that I'm talking about. Like the little people, we matter. I'm not we, because I'm not in a club, but those little people, like the voters, those people, they matter. But they're not listening to him so much as they're listening to these other people who are the bullhorn for him and his policies. And that's what he needs to be worried about, which is why he's tweeting out all these things telling them, like, just get over it, we're moving on, the guy's dead, whatever. So that's what's going to shift the temperature, I think. But I mean, what do I know?
You know a lot, AJ. So, Doctor, let's just hope that is you're accurate on this one. My gut is telling me that there's nothing to really trust here. And like you said, he can kill somebody, and that means if he can kill somebody, he can rape somebody, and he'll still get away with it. That's just how my gut says. So I don't know. Anything else? Because this is depressing right now. This is depressing. Is there anything else that's happening?
Yes, thanks. I just looked in the chat. Philip gave me the correct name. It's the Office of Legal Counsel Memorandum. That's what it is. The thing that says you can't file suit against them. sitting president. That's what it was. I knew it was.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Emperor Bella.
Can the Inspector General file a suit against the president or do an investigation in the president while we don't know?
Yeah, they can, as much as they're independent, but he fired a bunch of them.
Oh yeah, of course, we know that.
Is Patty still there? She's still out there? She's probably.
Sorry, I'm back too long. I've been in and out. What's going on, Scott?
Hey, Dr. A.G., regarding the Simmons, we are talking about the new line of thinking.
Wait, you sound muffled. What's going on?
Yeah, your mic is a little.
Oh, shit. Was that
You kind of sound like.
Shit. Well, I was just going to say, I'll say it very quickly, I'll put it in the chat, but the new line of thinking is that there people are ashamed of the Democrats for wanting to release the Epstein file because they want to release child porn. So that's the line of thinking.
Get the fuck out of here.
Not
so
surprised.
Tim Pool tweeted that, other people co-signed. So that's their strategy now.
Bodily injury.
And that's pedophiles. Look at that. So I can't, dude. I can't with these people. Like,
who is
there's
this?
no end to the fuckery.
That's the craziest. Who put this out?
Tim Pool.
Oh, interesting.
But I'm saying that's going to be the line for.
So I go back to the States and I tell everybody that this guy
And if it's not already the lines of the Republicans and French. So anyway, it's out there. That's the PR campaign that they're using.
So this is going to be interesting because the people that are calling for it, they're calling for it because they want to know. They want to they want to defend and protect children against predators, like this. And they believe that these predators are still functioning, right? Even though Epstein's dead, we need to know, who these people are because they're still out here, abusing children, right? So this is going to be an interesting battle. I just hope that the so-called Democrats let them fight it out. But, it's going to be a Democrat who come in and say, something bad about what the Democrats is doing. It's going to be somebody. So.
And plus, can't they just redact? Can't they redact the innocence of the people and just leave the pictures that are the people that are of subject, their picture untouched? They can redact those, right?
Yeah, I mean they can release it. They can release it to Congress and never release it to the public. They can give a cursory report. I mean, that's when I can't remember the guy who did the Russia investigation, the one who they are now targeting, and they filed this case against him and Jim Comey. I can't remember his name. It's escaping me right now. But when they did their report into the Russia investigation, it was a heavily redacted report and they never released the report to the public. They gave a summary of the report. And the reason for that was they wanted to protect the people who were implicated in the investigation but did no wrongdoing. And they didn't want that information circulating out in the public in such a way that it could cause them professional harm, whatever. So there are ways that they can, no, not the Mueller report, it's the other one where it was the, I'm going to remember his name. But they can do it in such a way that we, the public, get as much of the details as we need to sufficiently believe that they've investigated and whatever they found without revealing any of the salacious or the illegal or prohibitive material.
Well, I wonder if they're just trying to avoid another congressional hearing, because if that is released, they have to have another congressional hearing, right, to discuss what was released, right? So they're just trying to avoid that, because then you got everybody interrogating it, and it's irrefutable. I mean, I'm surprised that they survived the first congressional hearing the first time. They got the first phase out of the way. So
yes, Leanne, John Brennan, that's his name. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. They want to have, that's what the Democrats are calling for. They want a congressional hearing. And they can have a closed door hearing as well. It doesn't have to be a public hearing.
yeah, I think what happens is it'll be one of those things where they get the congressional hearing, and then they get the committee, and then when they open up the file, half the people on that congressional hearing is in there.
Yeah. But for the people in Texas, is Mel still here? Oh, she's not here. For the people in Texas, what's the move on this redistricting thing? What's nobody from Texas?
There's Mel. She knows what's up.
Damn. You want to go on timeout?
Mel, what's going on with this?
I just said there you go.
Mel, no, I was asking.
Those are some pretty nails, Mel.
Hold on. I was asking for the people in Texas because I wanted to know what was the latest word on the governor's attempt to use this application for federal funding, like calling the legislative session to deal with the flood response to redistrict. What's the word on that?
I have no idea what's going on in the state of Texas. I don't know what's going on with the flood situation. The last, I don't know if they found those last missing 161, but I don't know anything about the funding. I know Patty mentioned that they had leftover funding for this year, and then 26 they would have to figure it out. Yeah. But I don't know any updates.
Yeah, because your governor is calling an emergency session of the legislature.
Mm-hmm.
And in addition to discussing emergency.
My governor is the wheelchair man, is that correct?
Yeah, Governor Abbott, yeah.
Okay.
So in addition to discussing the emergency response and what they need to do around that, he's trying to add the measure of redistricting.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the goal is to either significantly dilute or to remove the 5 predominantly or heavily black and brown congressional districts. Because there's only 5 of them. And so he's trying to do like this redistricting map so he can dilute or eliminate. And last I heard, it's potentially 2 of them. So the Democrats would be reduced to 3 safe districts.
Do we have any do we have any Texans in the goo?
So Mel can tell you
any original Texans.
Mel could tell you any train that got flooded yesterday in the rain in New York City, but she can't tell you shit about her state. Okay? Or that state. I'm not gonna say her state.
No, I will have to I would have to go online and do some research.
Yeah, she's not gonna do that. All right. Ask her about Brooklyn. Ask her about Manhattan. but she don't know shit about Texas.
All I know is I live on the side where there's less floods and less tornadoes. That's all I need to know. That I am on the side of Texas with the least amount of floods and the least amount of tornadoes.
All right,
Hot Wheels moved up to 3 congressional seats that he's trying to.
Yeah, can you at least memorize your governor's name? Thank you. Just for the kids, not.
Damn.
The kids probably the kids probably know Abbott. They probably know him. And who's Ted Cruz here? What he does here? Tell me again.
He's just a U.S. senator. Him and John Porter.
And who's the mayor? Who's the mayor of this great old place?
Oh my God, now.
No, don't want.
Nah, really.
Mel, where do you live again?
I'm red out. Like all I see is blue. I don't even know what's going on.
Aren't you a Texan? What the hell?
Yes. I gotta look it up, guys. I'm gonna get better. Don't worry. I know what's going on with Mayor Adams. I know everything that's going on.
That's something like you don't know nothing about Texas. Okay, so I have a story. I mean, this is for, if you guys follow Aaron Parnas' Substack. This guy that he was an associate at Davis Polk. You know, Davis Polk is like a huge law firm. That's one of the law firms that we entered a deal with Trump to do the $100 million worth of pro bono work for him or for the government. He basically starts a Substack and he calls out the Trump administration for First Amendment concerns and everything. So this guy, over a course of a couple of months, starts writing about he wrote one particular article about Trump administration tracking protesters, and he said it gave First Amendment concerns. He gave the firm the opportunity to review it, and he said he made clear the views articulated were entirely his own, and that they address a matter of public concern, right? So, if you know anything about the First Amendment, things that are matters of public concern usually get like, there's an importance there to speak about these matters, right? And so 4 hours later, he was fired and escorted out of the building by 2 security. That was cold. So he's now speaking about big law and saying how it's, a powerful machine and it's basically, they're suppressing people's views and all of that stuff. So I think that's interesting. This guy's name is Ryan Powers. He also has a Substack. I'll be subscribing to it, and so interested in his articles. So you can sign up to people's Substack without spending money. You could just do the free subscription. So just saying that, and if anyone knows any good Substacks, please put them in the chat, and I'm down to read them. But yeah, probably making $200K a year as an associate, and now is on the bread. So Mr. Governor, right? He's giving over 1.9 million in emergency grants to the hospitals that were impacted by the Texas floods. Then I also see that 5 million in micro business disaster recovery loans. And that was all done today, July 15th. And then Governor Abbott signs a key border security laws in Fort Worth. That was all today. And then yesterday, he toured the flood locations.
Yeah, man, I just put it in the chat, the things they're going to be discussing at the legislative session. And if you read down on the list, it's redistricting, because he's going to talk about getting new flood warning systems.
Okay, I see it here.
Yeah. And then way down, nearly at the bottom, he has the redistricting.
It's so slimy.
Yep.
Yeah. And above that, the Attorney General powers. Those are also really interesting. But yeah, those are the things that he's putting on the agenda for the thing. I don't know. I just think, I'm telling everybody I know in Texas, just keep your eye out so you can call up your local representative and put pressure on them about this, because this is real slick.
And check into y'all Attorney General, because that is he a mess.
Because the thing with this is you want to have it separate. You want to have the redistricting separate. But he's going to force people to sign off on the redistricting in order to get the money for the floods. So you want to pressure your people to separate the bills. Yeah, to separate the bills. Don't put it in an bill.
Well, here in Texas.
Where's Ashley? You acting up.
Is there an election person, or is it done by the AG in that state? Who's the AG in that state? I don't remember the AG.
It's
election policy, like, everything like the district and stuff like that.
It's the legislature that does the redistricting.
No, I mean, not the redistricting. Let me state that better. Who's in charge of elections in that state?
If you're on SNAP, Medicaid, SSI, or Section 8, you're eligible for a brand new smartphone with
You mean who oversees the elections?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying? Yeah, it's the Secretary of State. And she's a woman. I can see her Jean, somebody maybe? I can't remember her name.
What they'll do is they'll set up a bill that says, and if somebody's against it because they're against the redistricting, then they're going to use it against them in a campaign in the future, saying this person voted against flood.
Exactly.
Then the thing that you got to do beforehand is say they will not introduce a clean bill that separates funding from elections. That's all. You gotta do it before they
right. That's why people gotta get activated and pressure their people to show them. We know what y'all trying to do. And especially you gotta get them. The people in the hill country, the Latino, people gotta get on it. But
I have no faith in these people. I'm 50% self-deport myself. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. I'm ready to go.
Knows what to be in Chicago.
Hell no, I'm going to DR.
Yeah, why not Puerto Rico?
Because Puerto Rico is a part of the U.S. Why would I go to Puerto Rico?
I think DR is better than this. The DR is much more Republican than America.
I don't care about Republicans. I care about Mr. Trump. That's what the fuck I care about.
Oh, okay. Because we're just generally more conservative of a nation. But you're right. Trying to escape Trump, that's a good choice. But the naked president, is a very big fan of Trump.
Yeah, Puerto Rico is too.
I don't know that about Puerto Rico's president.
Oh, yeah.
Surprising.
Well, Puerto Rico's president.
She claims she want to put a statue of Trump in PR in someone.
What?
Is
That's wild.
Trump, actually, but that's...
Yeah, throwing paper towels.
Yeah, I can't.
No, she said she wanted a statue there so the birds could shit on that though.
I I think the only president Trump likes though is the Mexican president. That's the only like president he's said great.
You don't like his ass?
Oh, he likes her. She doesn't like him. You know.
I don't know. I'm just over it. I'll figure it out before the kids finish school in 2026.
But to be honest, you should be thinking about like where you even want to buy investment properties like.
We already have a home in DR.
Oh, okay, but because I'm thinking like I have one right now, my parents have a couple, but I'm like, where should I buy more property as it continues to go up in value? So I'm like, I don't know. I'm scouting for other. The Americans are spreading out outside of just the kind of area, and they're moving up closer to Samaná, so that property value is going up, and I'm like,
Samaná way better than Punta Cana. Is like, I mean, it's okay, but it's very, I don't know.
It's overrun with
Samaná's
Americans.
prettier.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
Parts of like Punta Cana, like kind of is given like there are golf courses, and it's like it feels like America-ish. Like it doesn't feel like you're in the country anymore.
The worst thing about Punta Cana is staying at a resort in Punta Cana.
Did I hear
Because the
somebody?
food there is weird.
Hey, what's up, ladies? Did I hear somebody say president of Puerto Rico? Donald Trump is the president of Puerto Rico.
Yeah, I think people mean governor.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay. No, it's okay. It's okay because we all got to look out for each other.
When she's president, she's very friendly. Yeah, she's very friendly towards Trump.
Yeah.
There, and actually, the Independence Party grew largely, like it grew to like 29%. They actually had 29% of the vote. Like the Democrat Party had 29% of the vote, and then the Republican Party got 30% of the vote. It's not called the Republican Party; it's called something else, but they're basically the Republican Party. Yeah, but that's the biggest. I mean, Bad Bunny actually put millions of dollars into the Independent Party, and the Independent Party could have won, but they want independent, and I don't think a lot of people want that for the island. So
I don't know. I don't freaking know. I don't even know what we're doing. I just want to be at peace and not have to be worrying.
Wrong administration for that.
I don't want to be having to worry about education and all that bullshit. For that, I just send them to DR and put them in fucking private school.
You gotta worry about education. He currently dismantling. Right now, he's dismantling the DOE with the Supreme Court backing him to do so.
I already started looking at private schools over there. So.
Smart.
Shit, New Jersey.
No, it's funny. No, sorry, I was saying it's funny that you say that because my mother just finished her retirement home in Barbados, and I went with my husband and my baby to visit before she even got to stay in it, and he was like, this ain't bad. We need to see what's around us and just relax. And when I go back home to Canada, if I cannot come back, I'm not going to fight it. That's the Lord speaking.
You live in Canada? That's awesome. What part of Canada you live in? Well, actually, if you don't mind me asking, like what region?
I am originally from Brampton, Ontario.
Ooh.
I love Canada as a summer, Canada's great. I mean, in the summer.
It is. That's why we're going in August. I can't have my American husband totally denounce it.
I like both coasts. I like both coasts. I like Vancouver. I like Toronto.
Oh man, Vancouver is amazing. Like I love Vancouver.
Have you been to Vancouver Island?
I do too, Mother, but probably for very different reasons.
Wait, is Vancouver Island where all the houses are, like the millionaire houses are?
Vancouver Island is,
and it's green ski.
Oh, I probably haven't been there. Now, what's in Vancouver Island?
My college roommate lived out there, so we would go out there to ski quite often. And also, Calgary is amazing. Calgary is beautiful. Lake Louise.
I was just going to say, I'm going to hit you in the back channel because I got to go to Calgary. And I have some questions. And gonna hit you in the back channel about that. But when I lived in Seattle, going to Vancouver Island was like a thing. It was like a luxury thing.
Yep, and if anybody's interested, it is the Canadian dollar is like 73 cents on the American dollar.
Cheap, yeah.
So you can go and have a real nice little luxury vacation.
We used to go to there's a river out there that we went to that we would go fishing.
Is that like the Hamptons of Vancouver Island?
Oh, cottage country is a big thing. Muskoka. I live in New York now, so it would be the Hamptons, like the translation, I guess.
So because of the Canadian dollar being weak against the American dollar, that would also encourage them to want to sell their places in the U.S., particularly Florida and Arizona.
So if y'all are planning a vacation, look at Japan. The U.S. dollar is so strong in Japan right now. Like, people are going for like 1/3, well, not 1/3, like 30% off normal pricing. So if you're thinking about where you're gonna go for your end, Japan is really.
Are the hotel fees in U.S. dollars?
Oh, I'm not sure, to be honest. I haven't gone to Japan myself. My friend was just there. He was saying it was so cheap compared to what he expected.
For me, it's about the flight and the hotel. Everything else is negotiable.
In order to make sure that they can get to where they're trying to go. We saw this Department of Justice decided to put out a letter, and what did they do? We only have 4 states that are represented by black folk, where the vast majority of the people that get to decide who they have represent them are black. They decided to attack 3 of the 4 seats that we have in the state. They decided to go after a Latina. They are specifically deciding to splinter the communities of common interest, as well as just blatantly saying we are going to dilute minority voices. So we know that the courts, ever since we've had a Voting Rights Act, have always found this state to be intentionally discriminatory. That is what they are going to do. So I need people of color to understand that the scheme of the Republicans has consistently been to make sure that they mute our voices so that they can go ahead and have an oversized say in this. So that's exactly where they're going with this map. Is the only way to do it. We didn't understand how we got to the map.
It's such a fashion. That's it's like completely branded.
My.
Many times when I hear French people speak on the street, it sounds like a bit like they want to be from France.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that sounded super French.
Yo, Belle, I put in the chat more. Oh, wait, is she here? Oh, no, she's not here. Anyway, Osin, whatever. I put in the chat more subway and city flooding videos, slideshow.
Not me being your backup. It's all good, Scotty.
Well, I'm trying to, it's a little bit, it's a little bit of, going with your idea that Mel's more New York than she is Texas. So
Yeah, she definitely is.
Yo, now you talking shit. I just came in. What happened?
I posted a link in the chat about more flooding in New York.
Oh my God, I see like 4 videos.
More clips.
He's like, yo, Mel. He's like, oh, she's not here. He's like, yo, Sin. I'm like, not me being the backup.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. I even showed them to Gemini in his back channel.
Yes, wow.
Yeah, they posted new ones.
Which, by the way, MTA going up on a Tuesday, and it's Tuesday.
What, the price?
$3.
Oh, it should be at $3. Enough of this nickel and diming, like $2.70, $2.75. Just get it.
Yeah, I felt like it. I'm surprised it was not more than $3. That's crazy.
$3
So
is the
it's
best
like-
value. The best value.
So it says the base fare of the NYC subway and buses is increasing to $3 starting August 2025.
No problem.
So consistent with their pattern of fare increases every 2 years. So yeah, yo, another 10 cents
quote unquote fare.
But supposedly bus is gonna be free soon, so let's see.
No, those are express buses.
Oh, even with that, you have
That's
to
not
get
underrated.
an omnibus.
People should take more buses. They're actually
They're
Well,
the
you know
only
they're
way to
gonna
get
do
around Brooklyn outer.
You know they're gonna do the Interborough train, right? Queens to Brooklyn.
I don't
Y'all
think
seen that?
they're not gonna.
I have not seen that. That is not helpful to me, but that sounds good.
They're not
Well,
gonna.
I mean, the train track is already there. Like a lot of it's there. It's unused.
I'll be
Used
sure.
to work at Resorts World. That would have been a good thing because I would take the A from Utica. Lived in a 2-zone place and then the A train.
Oh, okay, got it. I gotta do that tomorrow, actually.
That used to be my route. The A train is always entertainment. It's showtime. It's Swedish passengers who don't speak English and have their whole family on the train.
Yeah, with all the fucking luggage.
With all the luggage that slides down to the end of the train car.
Man, don't they know in America we speak English? Those damn Swedish.
The A in New York is like the red line in Chicago.
It's always entertainment on the A.
I remember
Showtime and the people coming from the airport. It's just great.
Not
I
for
was
nothing.
always
I love.
and the
I
casino
love
people
Showtime.
where I work.
Love
The casino
Showtime.
folks.
Bring me the Showtime. I don't mind.
That's awesome.
Whenever my Canadian cousins come, they always want to see some Showtime.
Oh God. I saw some lost white people in the red line in Chicago, and I was like, "Are y'all okay?" I wouldn't have said that in New York, by the way, but Chicago, okay. They were like, "Oh, we're just looking for adventure." I was like, "Well, you're gonna get it."
So, Sid, I heard that they had started like gentrifying Brownsville. Is that true? I haven't been to Chicago in a minute. Brownsville?
Brownsville's New York.
Brownsville?
No, Brownsville. There's a Brownsville, Chicago, and yes.
And I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Just like there's a Brownsville in Texas. That's true. That's correct.
Yeah, but we have one in Miami too.
Yeah, we do, and it's a black area, and all. So that I know, it's always a black neighborhood, predominantly black neighborhood. You're talking about it, but Brownsville, I think that's like Brownsville, Chicago is where like Madam C.J. Walker had her home built. Like a lot of like prominent, like beautiful homes are in there, but lots and lots of apartments too. And yeah, that is like I would say very much gentrified. Maybe it's starting in Brooklyn, Brownsville, but it's not to the level of Chicago, Brownsville.
It probably isn't, but I will say I worked for a crypto exchange whose headquarters was in a blown out bank in Brownsville, so.
Brownsville, Brooklyn?
Yes.
Oh, wow. So there you go. A sign of gentrification.
They got the trains in Brownsville. That's why it's fine.
Yeah, and it's sad because Brooklyn has really be like so gentrified because they have a better bus system and train system than Queens. So you didn't really see the amount of gentrification in Queens like that yet because of the transportation. But I also see that they're trying to improve their transportation. With improved transportation comes gentrification. It's just, it's just hand in hand, I guess. People want to be close to Manhattan.
There's a lot of Queens.
I was saying that.
I think.
It's usually it's prioritized by the commute to Manhattan, which dictates the gentrification and the price. When I lived in Crown Heights, I moved there that's where I first moved when I came to New York in 2011. If you saw a white person on the train that wasn't a Hasidic Jew, they were lost, guaranteed. They thought they had taken the train to the end on the other side in Manhattan.
Are you talking about the 2-3? Are you talking the 2-3?
The 4.
Oh, the 4. Okay.
Yeah.
Right,
I used to live at Crown Heights, Utica Ave, and if there was a white person on the train in 2011, they were definitely lost.
They were, yeah, because they didn't go out that deep there.
And then there was
Brooklyn, yeah. Yeah. Oh, so they still have the meth clinic there.
Yeah, and they have one in Park Slope on 4th Ave.
It's called St. Jude's Treatment Center, but it's still a clinic for addicts. Okay. Yeah.
No, the part that's gentrifying at this moment as we speak is and has been for a while, but it's still transitioning, is the Prospect Lefferts Garden right below Eastern Parkway.
Oh, yes.
On the eastern side of Prospect Park. Because that was taking a while, because north of Eastern Parkway, Crown Heights, and that whole area has been undergoing gentrification for quite some time.
So don't you think they gotta get rid of the meth clinic before they start gentrifying Brownsville?
No, they won't, because they're trying to make the meth clinics more acceptable. They put one in Park Slope after people cried on 4th Avenue. Mm-hmm. And with that area, it's funny you say, I used to live there, and the spark of the gentrification was turning that hospital into a teaching hospital. The Kings County Hospital over there became a teaching hospital, and it created a lot of revenue. Everything around there is being bought by the doctors who are going there. The surgeon that is a surgeon for that Kings County Hospital is the person that lives in the other apartment in my house. It is, and then all the students that are coming from out of town to become residents. That's why that place, and then everybody, the Jews pushing from Crown Heights down into East Flatbush from that other end.
Yeah, 4th Avenue they rezoned because of, and Gowanus too, because they had that giant rezoning. So all on 4th Avenue, which used to be friggin' auto mechanics and, shit like that, they just started popping up condos left and right. And that's where a lot of that gentrification down there is going, all the way down 4th Avenue.
But it's about to be hell, you hear me? Because, and we spoke about this, Scotty, they suspended the property tax lien sale for 5 years. They just recently brought it back this year. So, last month. So these people are about to, so many people are about to lose their homes, right? There's 1,800 or 1,900 homes on the property tax lien sale in Brooklyn alone, right? So a lot of people are gonna lose their homes with this property tax lien sale bullshit. And now they wanna supposedly abolish the tax lien sale, but man, that's what I'm saying. This city council is a piece of shit. You hear me? To bring this back and not really provide people enough notice to get their shit together is really fucked up, and I would like to get to the bottom of that.
Oh yeah, there are people waiting in the wings to scoop up everything.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Just look at Linden. Do you guys know Linden Boulevard? They put that huge building that blocks out the sun.
Yeah, where the theater used to be.
Yeah, and no, there's another one. It is attached to where a nursing home used to be, and they put a charter school under it.
Okay, I know what you're talking about. Right by Lindenwood Diner.
Yep. Look how that area, if you look on, I think it's Brownstoner, East Flatbush has the most new construction sites open right now in all of New York.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's all the way up like Brownsville, Canarsie, and all that. But on the East Flatbush side, I think is that near where King's Theater is and all that?
Yep.
Was King's Theater more like, okay. Yeah.
Getting heavily gentrified. If you see, it's all new condos.
I remember where Linda Medina was at. That's the borderline of East New York and Howard Beach.
Yeah, I think they're where the Sears used to be over there. They've got like 4 new condos in that area.
Wherever they have a spot to build something, they're gonna put. Even if it's a skinny building, they're gonna place it.
But all those all those places that have like 1-story, 2-story, auto mechanics, warehouses, storage facilities, all that shit's going. So Atlantic Avenue, 4th Avenue, like I said, any of those main thoroughfares that also has subway access, it's all gonna go. It's just a matter of time. It's easy to rezone if it's not already rezoned, and it's easy to build big footprint condos or rental buildings there and make a lot of.
The giant that they put on 4th Avenue that used to be the taxi stand. It used to be a taxi stand in front of a U-Haul storage center.
Is that anywhere near the Whole Foods over there?
It is blocks from Whole Foods. Okay. And they put a massive building, and they have like a little hotel there, the Blue Hotel.
Yep, there you go. I mean, once the Whole Foods moved in over there, I knew it was a wrap anyway.
Yeah, but I knew a lot of people that were rubbing their hands in greed when they knew that Whole Foods was coming up there.
Yeah, because they got a parking lot too. It's a big deal if you don't know New York. It's a big deal for New York. Whole Foods got a parking lot, so everybody from all over Brooklyn's going there.
And
I even went over there.
And you know why? It even boosted why you have to go over there. Because, what was the one by the IKEA that went out of business?
You mean in Red Hook? Not in Red Hook.
Yeah, in Red Hook. They closed, and then you had Fairway. Yes, when Fairway closed, you had no choice but in Brooklyn to go to Whole Foods.
Yeah.
In certain areas.
So they don't got Pathmark no more?
Hell no, Pathmark been left.
Yeah, they still got C-Town. Don't worry about it.
I see
C-Town. C-Town ain't going nowhere.
C-Town, and it's like 3
Pathmark ain't there. I used to love Pathmark. Pathmark to me was like, if I got to go to Pathmark, we had money. There's a Pathmark.
No, but the one on 25th Street, what did they change it to then if it ain't Pathmark no more?
I'm not sure the name.
Is it like ShopRite or some shit?
No, it's probably a Stop and Shop.
A Stop and Shop, yeah.
They do have a Pathmark in Atlantic. No, I think it's a Stop and Shop now, actually. Sorry.
That shit says parking lot. It's a parking lot. Oh my god.
No, it ain't nothing.
Yo, it's a parking lot.
Yeah,
okay. So the 125th Street and Lexington Avenue, there used to be a Key Food there.
That was a Pathmark.
Pathmark, right. And there was a lot of people who were, not so well-to-do, who used to just hang around that area a lot. It's kind of stinky. It just wasn't a good spot.
They had the Ken Collection Center.
Yeah, they had that there too.
That's why I was told, you know.
Wait, did y'all hear about the lady who she got beat up for the parking spot?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And you know they retaliated against her. No. It's on TikTok.
Who retaliated?
Some goons fucked them people up, yo.
Oh yeah.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
I didn't see anything, but I heard something like that. I don't believe it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I believe it, but there's no video
just
evidence.
saying.
But I believe someone did. Because there were.
What I'm saying is wink, wink. Saying.
Yeah, wink, wink. Who knows? Allegedly, and who knows? A girl. It was in Queens. I'm sorry. I thought it was Brooklyn, but it was in Queens. You know how like you try to save a parking spot with a garbage can? That was in Ridgewood.
Yeah. Okay, Ridgewood. Okay. All right.
Is that your neck of the woods location?
Yeah, down the road.
Ridgewood?
Yeah, Ridgewood down the road.
So they were trying to save a parking spot. They even had a camera, like, so they have a camera. They have like this like 2-story house.
I just want to let you know they was doing what Scotty does, okay?
Yeah, but he's been doing it with a phone.
Allegedly.
With a garbage can. Allegedly.
I take construction forces and move it into my space.
I saw.
So the lady came out of work. You know, it's 5:30. People want to fucking park and want to go home. You fucking tired. You just worked the 8-hour shift. You know how that shit is, right? So she's looking for parking on her block. And they went and put a garbage can so she couldn't park there. 3 Hispanics, probably Puerto Rican, because I know the fucking area.
They were
Hell no, they were Hispanic. Are you serious?
No, they wasn't.
They were talking Spanish.
They was not talking Spanish. I'm telling you.
No. The mother spoke to the trans person in Spanish. I heard the conversation.
They showed them on. They did their own little interview or whatever. They are like Armenian or Ukrainian, some shit like that.
Yeah, they're not.
I don't know. I'm gonna go into the video again.
Yeah, they Eastern European. They're not. That's what everybody was saying.
So basically, she came out the car and they fucking jumped her. Some fuck shit.
Word.
So the trans dragged her first, and then the mom is hidden, and I guess that's the brother on the other side, or his lover, or I don't fucking know who that was. It was just stupid shit, bro. Let me tell you, that's one thing. I have fought all my fucking life. That jumping shit, I don't rock with that shit. I don't like that shit.
I got jumped one time.
I got jumped there.
I don't know if I heard my calls, bro. But some motherfuckers who knew my brother rolled up and get through and say who that was jumping me got fucked up. What is that?
I don't like that. Allegedly. Alright, so allegedly.
That shit was over 20 years ago. They got fucked up, yo.
Allegedly.
So allegedly, someone did come out and protest, because I did see that on TikTok.
Oh, I didn't see the protest.
And try to
defend
this woman, this black woman that was assaulted by 3 people, right? And then allegedly somebody, reached out to those people and gave them a hug.
Reached out and touched somebody.
Yeah, so the chick was like, "Don't come. I'm coming back with my man." She said, "My man's gonna come." I said, "Oh, his shit's about to get real." Because if she come back with her man and he sprays this whole block, then what?
You gotta reach out and touch somebody. Show some love.
Yeah, I don't like that.
And that is a Queens fairy tale, y'all.
Yeah, I know that area because my ex-husband lives there and his whole family on that side.
You see this guy needs, man? Yeah, cousin?
No, he Puerto Rican.
Oh, okay. I thought you was married to guy needs.
No. I just like their food.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say Richmond Hill.
Oh, nah, I used to hang out with Richmond Hill. I danced their music. My sister's first husband was Guyanese.
Oh, okay, maybe that's what I thought then. Okay.
Yeah.
I've never had Guyanese and Ghanesian.
You never had roti and
It's the same thing.
Yeah, I like Trini.
With Trini food, the same thing.
Yeah, they all eat. It's like Hispanics. You know, a bunch of us eat rice and beans.
We don't
y'all eat like Haitians, bro. No, how about y'all eat like?
No, what I'm saying is that Hispanics, a bunch of us eat rice and beans. Then guess what? Their countries, a bunch of them eat roti, or they can eat none. But they're similar.
We don't eat none.
Their carb and our carb is different, but all of Hispanics eat rice and beans.
It's the Indian influence.
Yeah, you know, and Haitian food I love because it's spicy. And Dominican food isn't really spicy at all.
Yeah.
So I like the pickles.
There you go.
Oof.
Hey,
but you know what? Haitian food is just, it's something about just eating at someone's house. Cause, anyways, I could go on and on, but yeah, I love Haitian patty. Any type of Haitian food, I'm in there.
I love food. The shit is good. I mean,
that drink that y'all be making, that's like moonshine. I don't know what the fuck that. I'm not gonna try that.
The holiday time?
Yeah.
Cremos?
What's that?
That's cremos.
No. Cremos I fuck with, but that other shit that's like a ramen punch. Nah, ramen punch. No, that. But it's like punch cream. Nah, cream, all that stuff. Nah, that tastes good. I forgot that's that drink that someone tried to make me drink. I'm like,
I don't know, that might have been. I don't know what you're talking about. Let me know when you get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what were you saying?
You talking about the rum, like somebody's put barbacoa in the.
No. Barbacoa is fine, but this is like fucking like homemade, fucking make it at home type shit.
Yeah, but I don't know about that.
Some hood shit.
Yeah, we had a hookup on some shit that I can't talk about. Did you see that Modi was in Trinidad last week or the week before? India.
Who?
Modi, the Prime Minister from India.
Oh, he was in Trinidad?
Yeah, so now he made it to like kind of like how they did year return in Ghana.
Okay.
So now you can go back like before I think it was like 6 generations, whatever. Now it's more that you get like a provisional Indian citizenship if you want it. Yeah, I think it's just symbolic bullshit, really.
Okay. Like, Indians gonna go there, like for Indians that are Trinidadian to go back to.
Yeah, for Trinity to go to India, that could trace their lineage back to India, because that's how they got that influence with the Indians that came from India.
Yeah.
They only do with the Trinidadians, why not Guyanese? Because they Indians too.
Because it's too big of a country, I guess.
Yeah, not only that,
like, oh, y'all motherfuckers are Indian, y'all gonna come back here?
No, he was in India, Brooklyn, when he announced it. So, you know how politics.
But here's the thing, like, do you ever watch those Indian matchmaker shows, or is it just me?
Probably just you.
Anyone else? Alright, so those, according to those Indian matchmaking shows, they really, like, Indians in India don't really fuck with like Guyanese Indian and Caribbean Indians, right?
Yeah, they don't.
They don't want like their sons, daughters to really marry them like that. Like, it depends that, the more modern ones will accept it, but some of these Indian people on the show are super strict. They're like, nah, find an Indian or else.
Yeah, my wife is coolie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But these Indian families, boy, they do not fucking play.
My godson, his father is from Guyana. He eats Indian food. That's why I asked about Guyana.
Yeah, well, my cousin married an Indian man, and they've been together since fucking high school.
Now you made me want Brooklyn. Now I want to get some congrats for Brooklyn now.
But they also lived in Bushwick, so at that time, what was in Bushwick? That was in Bushwick.
What you said,
I said, now you made me want to go get some roti.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm thinking about roti right now.
I have a friend that's Indian.
I gotta go all the way far away to get some roti here in Atlanta.
This dude hang out with so many Puerto Ricans. He knows perfect Spanish. He knows more Spanish than most of the Puerto Ricans in Brooklyn because
that's how my sister's ex-husband was.
If you would have spoke to him, you would have never thought he was Guyanese. You would have thought he was straight Puerto Rican.
Yeah, I was saying, how about I had a homeboy growing up, Irish dude, and he would just be at my crib all the time. He's NYPD, his first arrest with Haitians. And he knew most of the shit they were saying to him. Your shit was funny though. Alright.
What's your dog's name?
I want some curry shrimp and gravy right now.
Gravy?
No, Raven.
Raven, okay.
Yeah, like the bird.
I want some curry.
Let me tell you something.
Right now.
I know you guys are saying that those people ain't Puerto Rican, but I will put my head on a chopping block that they are Puerto Rican.
Not Puerto Rican.
You think they could be half Puerto Rican? Do you see the way she spoke, that woman? That lady's fucking Puerto Rican.
Let me do some investigative report.
Is that or they grew up around Puerto Rican? But don't let the last name fool you, because she could have fucked some Indian or some fucking whatever country you guys said.
No,
and made that baby.
You
my boy is half Romanian, actually.
That's what I'm saying.
I have friends that have Puerto Rican, half Romanian, so.
Well, then check out that video, the way she says.
Alright. Wait,
but I could tell by her last name she wasn't Puerto Rican.
Love, but that's what I just said. She could have married somebody that's not Puerto Rican, that's not Hispanic, so her last name is Hispanic. But I'm saying the way she act, the way she spoke, her whole fucking.
But then they showed, like, I had looked at one of her TikToks when she was dancing to Romanian music, so I was like,
that's crazy. That means she grew up around. She probably been in that area for a lot of years, and she grew up around Puerto Rican because everything says Puerto Rican about her. I just put up the video right now.
Well,
can I say something?
Mel, you got a fat ass?
She ain't got no fat ass. She's a fucking old lady, but she's just the whole fucking energy. The whole shit is just giving Bushwick, bro. It's giving Bushwick. It's just giving Bushwick.
Hey, yo, Sting, what were you saying before about the taxes in New York? They may change it?
No, the property taxes, so if you owed property taxes, they can now sell the tax lien, not your home, but the tax lien to a third party. So now you have to pay the third party.
Yeah.
Instead of paying like Department of Finance. And so what that's causing is a lot of scams because they publish the list. So if you're on the list, you're already like, if you own a home in New York, 9 times out of 10, people are fucking contact you to sell that shit. People contact my partner all the fucking time. And they text him, are you going to sell your home? We buy homes, and blah, 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 blah. People are constantly harassing him, right? That's, yeah.
So yes, the whole lien on the tax, that's been a thing that's been going on for at least a year. That's not new?
No, it's actually suspended for 5 years.
Oh, really?
The pandemic.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay. But I've heard of this before.
Yeah.
And not only that.
Yeah. So what I'm just saying is they brought it back last month, and at least 2,000 homes in Brooklyn alone were sold, and it's about to get like worse. So and now there's like a bill out there to try to abolish the tax lien sale, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. So I just had that. And I'm sorry, I can't unmic myself right now.
I thought tax lien sales was a normal thing. They do them here in Georgia.
So it's normal, and look, don't get me wrong.
It's predatory as fuck.
It's a way to collect revenue, but it really affects Black and brown homeowners disproportionately. I think it's 5 times as much than everyone else. Right?
I agree.
A lot of people
and older people
here in Atlanta.
Yeah. So a lot of times people don't get proper notice. A lot of times people don't know that they could get help from an attorney for free. Like people just don't know that there's like resources that can help people get out of this. And sometimes we can even get funding. Like my firm is like getting grants for people to pay off their property taxes. But a lot of people just don't know that that's available.
right? So
And not only
I'm
that,
always trying to like spread the word and go to churches on the weekends and stuff like that to try to spread the word that we have all these programs and stuff is available, but people just don't know that it's available, and it's kind of frustrating. But when I'm saying this shit is about to get ugly, it's about to get ugly because a lot of people are going to be foreclosed on.
Yeah, because I've seen it even recently advertised on like an app, probably like Instagram, and I was like, wait, they actually advertise this? Like, oh yeah, you could do this like it was like a regular old thing that people should do to make money. Shit is crazy out here.
so let me ask this though. So when they selling the lien to a third party, is it like a collection company or just anyone who's to buy it?
Anyone who can buy it. Anyone who wants to buy it.
But usually the people that buy it are like these companies that and they charge an exorbitant amount of interest. And what they do is they just hang on to it. They know like certain properties in particular, like we know where the gentrification hotspots are. Like some of these properties are heirs property, like they handed down from generation to generation. There's no mortgage on it, but the family doesn't necessarily bring in that much income. So there's like, they run up the property tax bill and they force a foreclosure sale, and they're gonna get paid regardless because they file a lien with the city, so they're gonna get paid.
Word. Yeah, that shit crazy though.
Yeah, I think all the governors, the Governors Association in general needs to work on that shit. Like, because you can't count on the federal government to fix that shit. So all of the governors need to get together and they say, yo, we got to put a stop to this shit.
Well,
this is like killing people.
Not every city has this, and actually I think, or not every state has it. So I think Virginia, there's a few states that don't have a property tax lien sale. So in other words, like, the property tax lien debt stays with the city, and they work on like payment plans, or they provide like different options to the homeowners. But not everyone has the tax lien sale. So yeah, it probably should be abolished in like very highly concentrated areas where it's just like, a struggle for a lot of people to, make it or abolish it completely with the state. But in this case, it was the city council. That's why I'm very like skeptical of Zoran, to be honest with you. He's city council. I mean, but he's assembly, so I think it was
assembly. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. So yeah, he wasn't in that, but a lot of probably DSA people voted for it. I know your girl voted for it. It's what I heard, Tiffany Caban. But anyways, I'm still trying to find out the vote and all that stuff. But a lot of people are like now changing their tune to abolish the tax lien sale, but y'all are the ones who brought it back. So now I'm like very skeptical of these people in New York City because, are you an idiot or are you just purposely trying to fuck people over?
What's the DSA argument for keeping it? What's the counter argument on the progressive side for keeping this going?
So I think people say there's been ample time. It's been 5 years. So, these people got notices and, the COVID is done. And so people should know that, their argument was we'll have the different applications will make it easy for them to get out of. And so they offered like a couple of trainings and a couple of different things for people to enter into. So I got like 6 people out of it. It was, easy to do, and 4 cases too were a little bit more trickier because there were like title issues involved. So it's always a little trickier, but it is pretty easy to do. The problem is like, we just lack, education. We lack, it's just a struggle. Like it's not easy for people to do. I think people don't understand the consequences of ignoring these notices. I mean, it's a lot of things. I don't know. I'm not a person that really ignores notices. Every notice that I get in the fucking mail freaks me out. But sometimes people just, are dealing with the death in the family. Like a lot of these, like I said, a lot of these properties, they owe tax because a family member died. So now their income is cut in half and they don't know how to deal with it.
Yeah, it's that. It's also the little old ladies who don't read their mail well. Um, there was one person who described some of the mail or some of the way these notices are. They're not very, they're not very official.
I mean, I think that if you know how to use a computer, if you're savvy with a computer, you can go create a payment plan online, enter the easy exit application online, and you're fine, right? However, we have a huge elderly population that has these homes and they are on a fixed income. Yeah. So that's the issue, and a lot of these are Black women. Like, so out of the people that I helped, half of them were Black elderly women that were on fixed incomes. So,
United States is a shithole.
Let me tell you, I also helped wealthy people as well. I also helped some wealthy, and I was like, whoa, you got a condo, $1 million that's worth 1.5 or $2 million, and you owe property taxes. You never know what type of situation people are in, right? So, sometimes people get a lump sum of money, but then they don't have, enough to pay their property taxes, right? Property taxes have gone up, right? You have to pay your electricity and all these other expenses.
There's
so
also,
all of a sudden...
Hey, hold on 1 second.
There's also a lot of situations where, the grandma's moved or whatever, and they're like, they'll leave it to their grandkid or cousin or whatever, and they're like, oh, well, we'll take care of the property taxes, but they never take care of it. And it just goes missing. They don't pay attention. They don't know it's something that, they'll actually get a bill for and have to pay quarterly, whatever it is. Just go by the wayside, and then they'll be in trouble.
But that's what I was telling all these people in here that have worked hard for their homes and they're trying to pass those homes down to their kids. I was like, man, you don't know how many people I run into that by the time they call me, I spoke to someone today. By the time he called me, he was like, oh, I want to know if you could help me with a foreclosure. I'm like, okay. I'm like looking at his case. He has like 10 years worth of freaking litigation. I'm like, and then I was like, this house was already sold in 2023. Like, why are you calling me for? What do you want me to do about it? I know that's fucked up, but I'm like, all day I get these calls, and I'm like, sometimes people, I don't know, I'm tired today.
Yo, Sin, you don't even know.
I'm like, I'm tired. I've been running fucking ragged. And let me tell you something. I wanted to celebrate because I saved over $33,000 this week for my clients in taxes to the IRS. And so I'm thinking I'm the shit, and then I get like a fucking plethora of calls of people that I just can't help, and it's like, it's frustrating for me. It's frustrating for you. It's frustrating for me too. Anyways, that was my record.
So can we call it what it is? At the end of the day, we live in a nation where we have predatory mindsets. Everybody's trying to screw somebody to get a buck, and this is why you have this problem.
Yo. Mic check.
Lisa, you on your 30-minute break or your 15-minute break?
I'm done with breaks, so I'm about to get out of here.
Yeah, it's free at last.
I'm tired. My whole body at the bottom half is hurting. What you guys up to?
Hurting too.
You're not hurting. What's up? Oh, it's okay, Shay.
What's good?
Scrubs off.
Everything's good.
I'm leaving Thursday now, Lisa. I can fly out today.
Oh, wait. That's why I was texting.
Yeah, nah.
You saw me.
On Thursday. Yeah.
Yeah, baby. Have a good. Well, we'll talk. Enjoy your vacation. I'm gonna put him outside, and then I'm going to my car.
Take them scrubs off. Put on a dress, a sundress, Lisa. Come on.
No, okay, yesterday when I was putting on the sundress, you saw it happen.
I know.
Out of nowhere, yo. I was like, I came out of the surgery center. I was in Jersey. I was in Morristown, at Morristown Memorial. I came out, I was like, yo, what the hell? And all of a sudden, before I can get to the bridge, it like took off. It was like, what the F? And then I saw that big lightning bolt that you guys all saw. Then and then who was sending me all the stuff in my back channel with the subway? Why do you guys sit on the subway and it's filling up with water? And you just trying to put your feet on the bench? What is that about?
Isn't that amazing?
I looked at that, I said, we can't be that dumb. The world to see.
It's either that or get into a vehicle and move like 2 inches an hour.
Literally,
So you're
someone
gonna ride on a flooded train. Okay.
literally someone got jumped for moving a trash can to park their car after
I
working.
saw that. That
a
was
freaking
Scotty.
8-hour shift.
I wanted to send that to Scotty because I know that was him. I just couldn't tell which one was Scotty.
Allegedly.
Scotty.
I had to move my car again this morning. So
Good.
See, Scotty, you paying all that damn money for that condo and need a damn parking
Hey,
space.
Scotty, you couldn't
It
have
don't
the
cost more than a
decency.
condo.
You didn't have the decency to open a room. You know we love your parking rooms.
Oh
my God, that's hilarious.
Yo, I woke up too late and I was rushing, and then I got into this conversation with the Con Ed guys who were putting cones everywhere and then told me I needed to move, but then I negotiated a new spot for myself that they said they would look over. So that's all.
So Scotty opens up parking rooms?
Yeah. I like
He's never pinged me into a parking lot. I am hurt. Not only that, Scotty, since you don't act like that, my husband works he's an engineer at Con Ed. I'm gonna fix you real good. I'm gonna get some cone.
Wait, can we be messy because I feel like a reconciliation is afoot, Lisa.
For who?
You.
Oh, that part? Girl, I don't know. I've done some crazy stuff. I might not ever be welcomed. Well, he is in Brooklyn right now, so I won't ever be able to cross the bridge.
Oh, goddamn.
So that's why you don't be coming to Brooklyn. You're scared you might bump into him.
Girl, I know he got one of them things on me. What's the little round thing that I put on my
little air tag?
Yeah. Every time I turn around, it's like, don't you know how it's going to? Like, don't worry about it.
You need to leave that fear at home. Hey, Scotty, Scotty, while Lisa's scared to go to Brooklyn, look, you gotta get a parking space, man.
Harlem.
I have a parking space.
No. In your building, you need a parking space in your building.
No, she does. Scotty does it.
Oh shit! Well then I can't help you. Well, I can't help you. Because this is sad. This is for the birds. I'm not parking in the street. Fuck that.
So I pay that extra money. I pay extra to park in my building, and I'm not gonna tell you. Yeah, I
don't pay that much.
I'm sure.
Not 600, but I pay a lot.
I'm sure what you pay for is more than my maintenance.
Oh.
No.
But how much is your maintenance? It depends.
Well, my maintenance is crazy. What? $450. That's it. Goddamn. I wish.
Yeah, it's an old building, but I think it's gonna go up though. I think it's gonna go up to 5. But yeah, it's an oldie.
Yeah, my maintenance is more than triple what you pay. But I do have a parking space. The parking space itself is not a lot, and I do have a storage unit. And that's not a lot. And when I say not a lot,
you pay
no.
12, 13.
No, I don't have and in this new place, I don't have a doorman. I wish I had it because like my other place, we had one. Well, it's okay. It's okay. You know, we own it, and it's doing us really well. I just hate paying the maintenance. And I do have a parking space.
You don't need a doorman. They're just
fuck that. I need a doorman.
Being busy.
They can, yeah, but doormen are great security, right? They keep the riffraff out.
Yo, they gossip all your business. You
I don't care. I don't care about that.
In the morning,
You're in the Bronx and you're paying $1,300 payments?
1,300? What? That's less than what
You
I'm
said
paying. I'm paying more than that.
you're paying more than that
Yes.
for the Bronx?
Yeah. Y'all think living in the
What are you in
Bronx is cheap?
Riverdale?
Y'all think living in the Bronx is cheap? Okay, it's not. Okay,
No,
let's get that
I
straight.
just don't know people.
It's
No,
not
I'm not saying
dangerous.
that it's cheap, but I'm just saying that's kind of a lot.
No, he lives in one of those like fancy mid-century buildings on Grand Concourse.
He lives in Westchester.
I do not.
He lives in Westchester.
I do not live in Westchester. I do live in the county of the Bronx.
Those buildings on Grand Concourse have an amazing history.
They do.
You live by the college, across the street from that college.
I like those buildings.
There's lots of colleges and
Not Lehman, the one that's on. It's by the train. What train is that?
There's several colleges in the Bronx, and a lot of them are by train. So we don't need to figure out which one it is. Just know that
respect.
I gotta ask my sister-in-law. She used to live across the street from my college.
Royal lives in Queens. Don't worry about it.
I damn sure don't live in Queens. I definitely live in the Bronx.
What's wrong with Queens? Wait, what's wrong?
Nothing wrong with Queens. I just don't live there.
Nothing wrong with Queens.
Look, man, I like where I live. Places.
Hey, real quick though, y'all talk about Johnson?
Who?
Go ahead, Rob, go back.
Nah. What you was saying? I'm just listening. I'm just listening to my sisters.
Okay. Yeah. Mike Johnson said that they should release the Epstein files. Put everything out there.
Who's Mike Johnson?
The Speaker of the House.
Oh.
Trump's bitch.
Look, this is it, right? I'm gonna tell y'all like this. Y'all know the playbook. Trump instructed Pam Barney, don't you dare release that shit. Go ahead, take it. And she had to fall on that sword. You know how you request loyalty. You request blind loyalty, right? She takes that, and then he comes to the rescue. And that's it. And it's so funny that a man like him will say something like, "Oh, y'all still talking about Epstein? Like this is an actual fucking case, my dude."
Yeah, but Robert, this is Mike Johnson, the Speaker of the House. He's pretty much breaking with.
No, I know who he is.
Okay.
But listen, I know who he is. But the point that I'm making, like I'm past that one. You know, I got what you said. But think about this, right? Here's a man who parades around the globe talking about his fellow Americans, his former presidential officials. He's quite comfortable, and like before, you never had this where presidents were down the presidents of our country. Like that's an unspoken rule. Every fucking chance this man gets, he's talking about Obama, talking about Hillary, talking about Biden, and he does it in such a disgusting fashion. And the fucking nerve for him to say, "Oh, y'all still talking about Epstein?" Wild work right there. We know the playbook. It's pretty obvious. This ain't rocket science. We know what time it is. And what's sad is it took this to get MAGA to feel the way they feel. Like this is what it took. All the other shit he did was okay, you know. So yeah, I like it.
I think it's fake news anyway. I don't even really think they care about this. Something ain't looking right. Something ain't going right in the kitchen.
Might be. What's up with his left hand or right hand?
Let me ask this question though to the room, right? So, if some of the Republicans in the party can, really substantiate that there is a list that's being hidden, right? That they're hiding, right? Do you think some of them would actually go ahead and put it out there to get Trump out of there? Because not all of them like Trump at the end of the day. They just his bitch. So if the ones who think this could end his career, do you think they would put it out there, or do you think they put it?
Oh wait, Haitian. I thought this was the Haitian. This is just Haitian.
Oh hell no,
No, my bad, bro.
Don't get us confused, please.
No.
Robert, I don't think that it will end his career.
Okay, I'm gonna give you some privacy so you can start getting dressed. I'm gonna pull the curtain, okay?
I like to show.
And I'm gonna give you your clothes.
I like to show myself.
Oh,
Yeah, so Haitian, they can't end his career because he's the president. That's the last hurrah.
Nah.
And you know, he ain't stepping down for nothing. Like,
That's what I'm saying. You think should really? Like, that's what I'm hoping that could be. You know what I mean? The silver lining, but it might just be wishful thinking. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna be honest. This shit is just for good looks and laughs. This shit is a waste of time. I mean, if they want to hang him on it, go ahead. We already know he's in that shit, so it's not like we're learning anything new. So, you know, let them have fun. You know, let them eat each other. You know, I'll sit back and sip this fucking tea. It's green tea that.
Yeah, you gotta be really, really slow not to just like see what this is. Like this is just, I'm not even invested in the story like that. To be quite honest with you, like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, he's a wealthy white man doing what wealthy white men do.
Yeah, but I hear what you're saying, but to me it's bigger than that because I want to see if any of them have an ounce of integrity to put more blast.
I can tell you, I can answer that question. No. Like all of these white men, man, all of these guys that's now on his team spoke about him in such a salacious and factual way, and now they're reporting to him. That's just nasty work. I have zero confidence, and I hate to say this, man, but it's just very difficult for me to trust white men in power. I mean, it's just really difficult. It's just so obvious. Like, I would be a fucking fool to trust or rely on them to have integrity.
I trust no one, white, black, whatever, when it comes to that shit, bro. But what I'm saying is, I'm just to say me personally hopeful that somebody will say, you know what, this is an opportunity. Fuck it. You know what I mean? Is it gonna happen? I don't know.
Yeah.
Is it probably gonna happen? Probably not.
But they don't have the files. Matter of fact, I'm gonna post. I have a list of the people who voted for an interview with these. I think it was 6 versus those who voted against that. I think it was like, it's the list is 6 votes for, 7 votes against. And
because Johnson is pretty spineless, we all know that, right? But one thing is though, he knows that Trump wants that story to go away. So for him to say an hour ago, they should release everything. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of saying something to me, but maybe, you know, they buried the shit. Who knows? I don't.
You think he's setting up for, he's setting up something long term?
I don't know, man. I think Trump fucked up when he pissed Elon off. You know, Elon didn't give a fuck. When Elon put that shit out.
Wait a minute. They hacked Elmo or one of these characters and posted a whole bunch of shit that's down now. But did y'all hear about that? Some hackers.
What the hell is up?
They accessed one of the Sesame Street characters and on Twitter, or rather X, whatever you call it now, and they posted a whole bunch of stuff. So I know some people captured it when it was first posted. It's been taken down now, but the hackers apparently do have the information. So perhaps we'll see another post like that.
Yeah, and Grok is still going crazy too with anti-Semitic shit.
Who?
Grok, the AI for X.
Oh, yeah.
It's been spitting out a lot of anti-Semitic stuff.
X is a cesspool, man. It's a cesspool for just.
Yo, do you see they're detaining white people now?
Where?
They got where?
Yo, Scotty, where? Let me get my GoPro out, yo.
Hold on, I'll post a link. So the article says there's an Irish tourist that was jailed by ICE for 100 days for overstaying his U.S. visiting his girlfriend. He overstayed his visa 3 days. And they put him in ICE detention for 100 days. And he was, and it was like a health thing for him, which is why he had to stay extra 3 days. But anyway, I'll post the link.
No, this is nothing new. They did that to a Canadian woman too, who was trying to renew her visa. Yeah.
What's that?
I want to see them go down to Chinatown here. Like, why are there there's not, they got about a gazillion people down there. Like, it's so easy to go down there and question them people. Probably because they don't have an Asian speaking person or a person that speaks that language. But I would think that if I was looking for illegals, that is a big,
the government has someone who speaks every language.
Allegedly. But the point is, I mean, I know that, but I mean, in terms of them going down there and asking them, you know, I've seen the questionnaires that these guys, that ICE agents use when they're questioning people. Y'all gotta find that questionnaire. It's very interesting.
Questions? I didn't even know they asked questions. It seemed like they just go up and just attack people. I literally seen a couple of people just get attacked.
They asked
the kids that were playing softball?
Yeah, I got that article. I'm gonna put that.
Asking them where their parents are from and all this bullshit?
I got you. Yeah, I'm gonna post that. I got it. I got the link. I'm gonna post it right now. Hold on. Here, let me go to my phone.
And you see where it was at too?
I know that area, but I need to post it first so we can have the discussion. Well, let me discuss it. So that area is on 72nd Street on the west side. So the baseball practice team is based in Harlem. However, they don't have a home, so they use different fields. That particular field that they're talking about is on the far west side, 72nd Street. I played a lot of basketball in that area. I know the area exceptionally well. I go to brunch over there, the whole shit.
Wait, in which part? Manhattan?
Manhattan, yeah, Upper West Side.
All right, I'm gonna go up there right.
They're calling it the Upper West Side, but
it's not Upper West. Come on.
Yeah, we really don't.
It is the Upper West Side.
You hang out at Sugar Bar.
No, 72nd Street in Hudson. It's over there underneath the freaking the highway. So I call that the far west side. Anyway, so what happened is the coach, he got challenged by some kids. They were calling him old, saying he didn't know how to play basketball. So he goes off and they like do a little pickup game or whatever. And he notices some people questioning the team members. So he runs over there and he begins to tell the ICE agents that, you know, you can't question these kids. I'm going to tell them that they both their rights, this, that, and the third. And the way he told this story, the reason why I want to post this article, because as y'all know, I like to do fact checking. The way the reporter asked the questions and his responses tells me that he actually told the truth. And the reason why you don't have any video is because the agents had instructed, because it's not a heavily populated area over there. He said there were about 6 or 7 people over there, and they followed the instructions of the ICE not to record any of it. And you know that area over there, yeah, those folks over there are a little racist over there. I would say they live in those beautiful buildings over there, and I believe this story. So
and those people are probably the ones that pull ICE and say, "Yo, start checking those practices over there."
Yeah, and they were Africans. Yeah, they were, these in this case they were Africans. I think it was 11. So it was 11 high school and junior high school students, and his program has produced people going all the way to the pros. Most of the students have graduated to college. Like, yeah, it's a robust program. So I'm gonna post that article. I didn't want to just follow the story. I had to do some fact checking, and I found a publication that did an interview, and their interview was thorough. So I'm gonna post that momentarily.
Did y'all see the veteran that got had him locked up for 3 days from California? It's not. Nope. Anyway, veteran was a security guard at the plant.
But I'm not surprised.
Yeah, so he's a security guard at the plant, Hispanic security guard, disabled veteran. ICE detained him and held him for 3 days, and then finally released him. Yeah. So nobody's safe. No one's safe.
Yep, they snatched down and asked questions later.
Robert said his wife's a vet too. See if you want to speak. Hey, what's going on, brother? How you doing?
Blessed man of God, how are you?
All right. So yeah, you said they got his. You said his wife was a veteran also.
Yeah, they showed a picture of both of them. And then you mentioned they told Tim, but they showed a picture of both of him and his wife. They were both vets, and they were both in their suits and everything. And then they spoke to his wife, and she was like, they didn't ask nothing. They just came and grabbed him and nothing. Like you mentioned, they don't ask you for anything. They don't give you better put out your wallet. They don't give you better for anything. At least out here in California, they don't. They just go wherever they want to do and do what they want to do, and they're in all unmarked vehicles. They don't give you time to verify yourself. They don't, none of that. Out here, I'm speaking about where I live, and that's just the way it is out here at the moment, but it hurts and it's sad, but we're living in Revelation. It's an end times. People don't want to believe it, vets.
Because let me tell you something. People are gonna get it's gonna get bad, and people don't realize, or some people in denial, I think, when it comes to it, that's gonna pop off and get violent, right? Because let's just say you a U.S. citizen, you have a parent who's now a citizen, right? Naturalized citizen, and ICE is there fucking with them, or someone is claiming to be ICE that's not wearing uniform, not showing you a badge. You just gonna sit there and watch them, or you gonna fucking pop off? Like this is a complete recipe for something bad to really happen.
Well, yeah, it's gonna happen. Especially in California, they said they're gonna stay here 3 months, so 4 months probably. They already said that. They said that like last month. They're gonna stay here another 3 months probably.
Because I know, end of the day, if I'm with my elderly parents and someone grabs them saying that they're ICE, they don't have no fucking uniform, they have no badge, and they get physical, yeah, shit's about to pop off, yo.
Yep,
So
yep.
I don't understand this shit.
I don't understand it either. That's why some people are the way they are. Some people are getting angry about it. Some people are getting too much in their flesh. They gotta kill their flesh, and some people can't do that.
Well, the thing is, when I say I don't get it, the only reasonable conclusion for me is that they want it to happen that way.
Yeah, but they're gonna make a mistake, and that's gonna be the problem. They're gonna make a huge mistake, and it's gonna fuck the whole agency over. Trust me. I already told y'all what's gonna happen. so like several of the things that I said was.
I'm about to do the post in the chat. Here it is, right? So, sorry. Yeah, you cut out. Yeah, I put it in the chat about what happened in New York, guys.
Yeah. Now you started talking issues.
No, I heard that. I heard that guy.
Pardon me, Royal.
Yeah, go ahead, Roy.
No, that was it. I just said they're gonna make a huge mistake. They already made mistakes, but they're gonna make a certain type of mistake, and it's gonna cost somebody their life, either their side or a civilian side, and all hell is gonna break loose. Because it's
but civilian lives already been lost.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And they're not even posting like they're supposed to, because they're supposed to, right, Patty, 48 hours, they're supposed to post it within 48 hours of what the report. And they're not even reposting all the reports of the people who are getting killed.
So let's get this straight. You're saying that ICE is mandated to report the results of their raids within 24 to 48 hours?
Not raids. ICE is mandatory. It's mandatory for ICE. If anyone's loses their life in their custody, they're supposed to post the report within 48 hours.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. That's where the jobs are, though. If y'all need some work, y'all could go work for ICE. That's where all the money and resources have been put into.
I know people who left ICE.
I know. I'm just being like people looking for work. All them people that got fired for the government, they can go work for ICE now. They're going to be hiring people. Yeah, now they got all kind of jobs. Enforcement, administrative, you name it. They got a lot of jobs. If y'all need work.
And then I don't know, Patty, you saw that Bondi fired some of those attorneys and legal staff that was part of the shit to get Trump out of power, the Trump case.
Yeah, we know that, yeah.
No, I'm saying she fired him yesterday, though.
She did another fireman? Well, I know a lot of people have been fired who helped out the investigation.
Yeah, she fired more attorneys.
Wait, tell us about the people you know that quit ICE.
Imagine if this would have happened to Milan's parents when they were trying that shit.
Say again?
I said, imagine if this would have happened to Melania's parents. You remember, they just got their citizenship in the last administration. Yep. So imagine them showing up to their interview, they're doing their paperwork, and they get arrested. Like, this is fun. She should think about that shit.
Yeah, it's only gonna get worse. There's nothing I'm seeing that's telling me at least a sign of any type of improvement coming.
Haitian, they had a Haitian lady that was in ICE custody a couple months ago.
Yep.
She died.
Yep.
I never supposed to do an investigation, but I never heard anything about it. Did you hear anything about that?
I believe it's on the website, but it's not like it's detailed information. But basically, they had got her in the Virgin Islands, and then from Virgin Islands they sent her to Louisiana, and then from Louisiana sent her to Florida, and that's where she ended up dying to Florida. I think she was 44.
Yeah, she was
42.
young. She was young.
And what I heard was, that she was complaining of chest pains apparently, and they gave her something to take, and she came back, told her to lay down or whatever, lie down, and someone found her dead, I guess hours later.
Yeah, chest pain. They were supposed to send her up and do a cardiac workup on her.
Yeah, right away.
Exactly. And
yep.
That's like chest pain. We don't play with chest pain. Even the drug addicts, if they say chest pain, immediate attention.
Mm-hmm.
So. That's what I was thinking. Why didn't they give her a credit? Why didn't they send her to the? Wait, did she want to?
No, she was in ICE detention.
Lawsuit. They should have
Lisa, who's the lawsuit going to be filed by though?
Somebody.
They don't give a fuck.
Let me tell you something.
Our family's in Haiti. They don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Necessary to get that good start on education. Part of taking money from the Department of Ed and deconstructing it means that those kids will no longer get that program.
Which means you're saying that it's the